and welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to tell you all about the disastrous December and share with you my January TBR. I have not posted a wrap up for November and December because I have not been reading very many books. I read a couple in November. To be honest, I don't remember what they are. You can go check it out in my Goodreads link. It's always in the description box, as well as all my other social media stuff. But for December, I read 56 pages in total. Yeah, it was really bad. Okay, so let's talk about December. December was an interesting month. It started off with my sister's wedding, and then I finished my trip to the States. I also started Vlogmas then. When I came back, we started our Christmas therapies, a Christmas carol. So I was doing that constantly. I had so much fun doing Vlogmas. And then on December 17th is when it all went down. On December 17th was the last day of a Christmas carol. In case any of you have missed my Vlogmas videos, I have played The Ghost of Christmas Past, I played Mrs. Cratchit, and I played Elizabeth, Scrooge's niece. It was a small cast show where we all had multiple roles. It was so much fun. But there was this scene where Mrs. Cratchit was struggling with the death of her child. Her child was dying. I was so emotionally exhausted from that scene. By the time Saturday night came around, which was our third performance, when I started playing that one, I couldn't like keep up that slight wall that you have from actually feeling the emotions and letting the emotions take you over, and I lost it. I just cried and cried and cried and cried, and I had to stop being Mrs. Cratchit and go into this happy-go-lucky childlike Ghost of Christmas Past. And it was tough. It was one of the most challenging, most fun, but most challenging roles I've ever had to do. So I did that Saturday. Again, Sunday I lost it even worse. So that weekend I did all my footage for my weekend vlog. I had pre-recorded videos, and that Monday I was supposed to edit them and upload them. On Monday morning, I woke up sick. I woke up with a fever. I woke up with a pounding headache. The world was spinning. I had an ear infection. And the worst part was, on my way home from dropping my kids off from school, I went to get the weekend's mail from the mailbox. I dropped my phone and it shattered. I took all my Vlogmas videos using my phone because I didn't want to spend the money for a vlogging camera because I didn't know if vlogging was going to become a thing that I like to do or not. But I couldn't get at anything. I lost all my footage. Luckily I had insurance on my phone. I turned it in, didn't get it for a week later. I finally got my phone in, and then I went to go pick up our puppy. So we drove about 2.5 hours to get my puppy. We drove about 2.5 hours to get back home. Picked up my phone on the way home, got home, figured, well, at least I've got 3 more days of Vlogmas I can do. I got the stomach flu. My first night with my puppy. Puked my guts out. Fantastic. Had Christmas, then my husband got sick. There went Vlogmas. So for any of you who are wondering what the heck happened to me in Vlogmas, that's what happened. I loved Vlogmas. I am doing Vlogmas again next year, but I couldn't finish it. It was not meant to be. So all I have to say, that was my disastrous December. How was your holidays? I did have a very nice Christmas with my family. It was low-key. It was relaxed. It just was different than I had planned. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about my January TBR, because I am finally in the mood for reading. I've been reading a lot so far in January. It's right now January 5th or 6th. I don't really know what the date is. And I have been flying through this book. I'm almost 400 pages in. It's fantastic. And that is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. This book is so good. It's the last book in the Shades of Magic trilogy, and it is action-packed from page 1. I love it. I cannot put it down. It's got me reading again. It was the perfect book to pull me out of a reading slump. I anticipate finishing it at the end of this week, and it was just great. Next up is a historical fiction book. I don't read a lot of historical fiction, but I have been in the mood for some historical fiction. I've got some great books coming up in the next couple months for historical fiction reads, and this one is The Other Queen by Philippa Gregory. This is about Mary Queen of Scots in the time that she was captured by Queen Elizabeth I, and I don't know anything about Mary Queen of Scots during this time particularly, but I love anything from this time period. I think it's really interesting. I have more books from this time period. In fact, the next book that I plan on reading is I, Elizabeth by Rosalind Miles. This one is about Elizabeth I. I don't know anything more about that, but my friend Brenda recommended it to me. She said she thought I'd really like it, so I am all about that. I'm going to be listening to this one on audiobook, and it's going to be fantastic, I hope. Next up is another audiobook that I plan on reading this month, and that is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I started this one in November, I think. Yeah, I think I started this one in November, and I got halfway, and I just didn't I didn't listen to it anymore. You'd think it was an audiobook so it would be easier for me to do, but I didn't want to read. And sometimes when you don't want to read, you just shouldn't, because you're going to burn yourself out. So I didn't, and I still have half left. But I'm interested in finishing it up. I have other books that I want to read in audiobook, so I want to get this one done. I contemplated DNFing it, but I didn't think it was a bad book. I just wasn't interested in it at the moment. So hopefully, if I still can't get back into it, I might DNF it. But for now, it's on my TBR. And lastly, we have A Torch Against the Night by Sabati here. I believe this was on my October TBR for Bookathon or something like that. And then it was on my November TBR, and it may have been on my December TBR. It's been one of those seasons. But I do want to read this book. I will not promise you that I'm going to read this book, because what I have been doing is mood reading. I want to read what I'm in for reading and not necessarily a book on my TBR. I even contemplate not making a TBR, but it is good for me to keep myself accountable. So I'm hoping to be able to get to this one. I might pick up something else. You'll find out in my January wrap-up. Alright, those are all the books that I plan on reading in the month of January. Let me know down below, what are you reading in the month of January? Tell me, what was your first read of the year 2018? Mine, obviously, is going to be A Conjuring of Light, and I'm off to a great start. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I would love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!